Good morning, everyone. It's time for the National Day of Prayer. It's a time for our entire nation to come together and to find a moment to just sit in your relationship with God and in our faith and raise up our concerns and our praises today and our thanksgivings. You know, now Midlothian's usually really good about this. You know, every year they've got all of the civil servants that are coming together, and the mayor and the city manager and the city council and the police and the fire department. All of these folks are there, and all the pastors of all the churches are there too, and they find a way as a community to be able to raise up their prayers at that moment. But given this time of social distancing and being very cautious, we want to make sure that you and our community have room to be able to pray the way they need to, instead of being worried about being exposed. So in this moment, this word of encouragement today will be recognizing and celebrating this National Day of Prayer through prayer itself. Join me in this prayer for this day. Almighty God, we have faced some difficult times in the last month and a half. We know that we're dealing with a pandemic that we're continuing to learn more and more about. And we're getting understanding and assessing the situation to know how deep the problem runs. And in the midst of the chaos of all of this, we know that you are present. That you are strengthening the leaders and giving them wisdom to be able to move them through this difficult process to make decisions to serve the good of your people. We know that it's not just our president or our governor or our local community leaders that are facing that tension between doing what's best for the community and their health and opening up business to be able to jumpstart our sleeping economy, even in Midlothian. And we know there's more factors than we can ever discuss in one moment that they're holding close and in tension as they find the best way to serve out of their calling to be in service. We know that we bring a moment of praise and thanksgiving that we have people that are dedicating their lives in the medical profession to be able to step into that front line and do what must be done, even risking their health to do it. We know that this is indeed a calling when they're willing to do all that it takes for us to be safe, for us to continue to be healthy. We praise their efforts as they are ongoing and never ending until this is done. We praise you for all of the educators that have jumped into action as they've put all of their materials online and doing all that they can to continue to educate the people that are here. And it's not easy, but they've done all that they can to make this work. And I am so grateful that our community can continue to move forward in ways as we are at a standstill in others. We praise the opportunity to have a healthy church during this time, that we have great support from our community and our church members and our guests, that people are becoming involved in the worship services that are on Facebook Live. They're getting involved with the discipleship groups. They're looking into the daily words of encouragement. They're reading their waypoints. We are actively involved in calling you into all of this. And I pray that we can be in a place where we can put our personal faith foot first, so that as we move through the decisions we need to make for our families and our communities, that we can bring you into that every step of the way. We thank you for the opportunities to get to know our families differently during this time. We know for some of us it gives us a chance to see our children where otherwise we may not. To get to know our spouses again in all new ways as we all gather into our houses together. Gives us an opportunity to serve those folks that may be isolated during these times, as we have people in our church that are calling and checking in on them. So we are still a fully functioning faith community in this place, even though we may not be able to see each other face to face, and we continue to be cautious about what it is for us to worship as a people. Continue shining your light of compassion into our lives and making this an opportunity for us to know that maybe it takes things like COVID for us to be in a place where we understand our brokenness. And we can take this opportunity to learn how to heal. in ways we may not have otherwise known. For the individual, Lord, we are all following you. May we be the person that invites you into all things, whether it is our concerns, our thanksgivings, or our praises. Continue to pour into us all of your grace. Allow us to open our hearts and our minds to receive all that you are so quick to provide for us, even in times of difficulty, and especially in times like these of hope. Allow your light to shine so brightly that there is no one left in the shadows. Allow us to come to know you differently, more deeply during this time, as we can spend more intentional time looking to you and looking to each other. And this, all of these prayers and concerns and praises are made in Jesus' name today, as we celebrate this day of National Day of Prayer. Amen. It's good to see you. I hope things are going well for you, and we'll see you again soon.